Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
And down that wall came, and with it, the rise of capitalism. This week, the world's celebrating the 20th anniversary of that historic day. But Gary B., you say that Gipper wouldn't be cheering what's going on here in the USA right now?
Brenda, I'm afraid he'd be rolling over in his grave. Instead of, you know, the great emancipator, we got the great enabler in President Obama. You know, he is the most anti-capitalistic, anti-business president I can recall in memory, maybe in history. Look, he has really no business person in any cabinet or high staff position. Basically, all his sops to business are basically saying big government will do it, whether it's the bailout of GM, whether it's taking over of Fannie and Freddie, whether it's throwing the money at Wall Street, which I don't agree he should. No one is allowed to fail. There's no risk out there. And without risk, Brenda, we don't have capitalism. That's the problem. If Obama's really serious about getting this economy kick-started, he would do one thing. He would cut taxes and give that money to businesses and people to see fit. Instead, he wants to go the other way. Take our money, take businesses' money, and spend it as he sees fit. Basically, it's a planned economy, and it won't work.
Maria, how is President Obama a capitalist?
Oh my God, there's so much hyperbole here that I don't even know where to start. Of course we are still the strongest and most potent capitalist country in the world, and of course President Obama is going to continue to pass policies and pass legislation that makes sure that that doesn't change. In fact, everything that he's done from the very beginning is to make sure that we do not collapse economically and that our viability around the world continues to be the strongest. In fact, what he's doing from a long-term perspective, and this is important, if we don't focus on our education, if we don't focus on trying to become independent on foreign oil, then our future is going to be one where capitalism is going to completely fail.
Eric, what has he done that's not capitalism?
Okay, B, let's talk about it. The pays are telling us exactly how much we can make. Not capitalism, not free market, that's socialism. How about the cars are telling us, hey, if you can't afford a car, here's $4,500, not free market. And last but not least, the mortgage czar, which says, if you can't pay your mortgage, don't worry about it. We'll modify it. We'll make your rate go down. We'll excuse some of the loan, and we'll take care of it. So none of these are free market and certainly not capitalistic at all. They're more socialism than capitalism.
Well, Pat, is this just a left-wing organization, or is it actually a socialist one?
It's a left-wing presidency, certainly more so than I would have hoped for or expected when he was elected. And I've been disappointed by some of the policies that have gone through. I was expecting him to be more centrist, and I was frankly wrong about that. But I don't think, you know, calling him socialist it's a little bit going too far. And saying that capitalism under attack is, I think, a bit hyperbolic. I mean, left-wing, too far so, yes. Yeah. Attacking capitalism.
Is it hyperbolic? Is it an?
Well, I mean, how do you create wealth? All right, and there's sort of two perspectives. One is entrepreneurs take risk. You allow businesses to fail so the strong take over the weak. And most importantly, you don't sterilize the system to make it all fair. And everything I hear from the current administration is about fairness and about making this fair for everybody. And let me tell you, I've been a capitalist for 30 years. Fair is a weather report when it comes to capitalism. And when you try to sterilize it, you kill it.
All right.
What happened before 30 years?
Last word from Toby. Thank you, Maria.